What you're seeing here is the watermark on the sheet of paper. If you can read it, then you know you have the top side of the paper. If it's backwards, then you're looking at the underside of the sheet. You'll want to know which side is top because that has the most sizing and is the easiest to work with, although you'll be using both sides for your exercises. Here I'm showing you the sheet of 140-pound paper. You can see that it's flexible. You'll also get a sheet of 300-pound. We're not going to worry about that. That's much heavier. It's like stiff cardboard. This one, we're going to break it down, and I'm going to show you how to break the sheet down. The first thing you want to do is mark a small, very light X in the corner of each corner. Once you have your paper marked, you're going to very carefully line up. I'll show you here. You're going to line up these edges. Here, I can do this. I can do this. Hold it from the center, very carefully push down, and then from 3/4, again, push down, move your hand back, and at the 1/4 mark, push down. Then very carefully crease all the way across. From that point, you want to, by the way, make sure your hands are clean. Wash them before you do this. Don't have any lotions on your hands because that will act as a resist on your paper. Once you have your crease, you're going to fold it the other direction and crease it again, and back the other way, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Once you have done this a good number of times, you'll notice that it's kind of cracked along the edge. You're going to open it up and begin tearing along this edge. And you're going to pull it apart that direction. Okay, so you're going to go this direction. You don't want to go this way because sometimes it'll tear out into here. And you may be asking why we're doing this. You wanted this deckle edge. You can see this nice deckle edge here along that side, and this will give you a deckle edge on all of your edges. So I'm going to hold the paper here and pull away from this hand, going that direction. And this first tear is the hardest. And if you're having trouble doing this, then you may need to do more folding so that it tears easily. You have two sheets. You've split that one in half. It is a 20 by 30 inch sheet. We're going to break it down even farther. So you're going to mark the corners of both pieces again so that you have it marked here, 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 and here. I'm going to set this sheet aside. And this one, you're going to continue breaking it down by, again, folding it in half. It's a little easier now. And you're going to do the same process again. So this takes a little while to break your sheet down. But you'll do this with both pieces so that you have quite a few small ones to use for your exercises. You may ask, how many times do I have to fold this? For those of you who are really left-brained and need that information, I'd say at least 16 to 20 times. Again, we're going to tear it. And if you do this carefully, if you fold it a lot, you will get a nice clean break. I'm going to mark these corners again. because once you break them down, you'll end up with 1 X per each. And again, here we go again. All right, 16. Ha ha ha. You don't need to mark X's on these anymore after you get to this point, because you have an X here and I have an X here. So this will be my last time. And you'll want to end up with 16 sheets. 16 is the magic number with this. 16 sheets that you can do exercises on. And since you'll be doing both sides, that's 32 times that you get to mess up. And it's okay to mess up. All right. When you're done breaking down your sheet, you will have 16 5.5 by 7.5 inch sheets, and they'll have a deckle edge all the way around. Now, if you prefer and you have a large enough paper cutter, you can go ahead and try and cut them with a paper cutter. Or if you have a blade and a self-healing mat and a nice ruler with a rubber or cork on the back and a metal ruler, you can go ahead, if you do well with a knife and you are old enough to use a knife without adult supervision. But I actually find this the easiest way, to just tear it. You will have a whole bunch of pieces this size. You should have an X on each one, indicating the top, because the watermark is only going to be on one of these pieces. And you will be using both sides. But this way you'll start to get a feel for the difference in working with the side that has the sizing on it, because it's much easier to lift off. But you'll use both sides.